Hi guys, so I'm going to do a very brief video on how you can use Helicon Focus to do focus stacking. Before I do that, why not follow me on social media, Facebook, Flickr, Google+, Instagram and Twitter. Have a look at my photos and visit my website at www.travishale.com. So very quickly, I'll go over Helicon Focus. Helicon Focus is basically a focus stacking software that allows you to take a whole range of images and then stack those images accordingly. You end up at the very end with many of the photos that you would see on my website, mainly the microscopy photos themselves. But, you know, I think it's a really good example of where this can be quite helpful. So what I'll do, just bear with me, is I will find the photos that I've stacked and then I'll open these up so that we can actually have a look at them. So what I've done in Helicon Focus is I've opened up a range of photos, and there's actually about 18 photos all up that I know is part of this stack. And so in this example, I've used a bit of RAM basically. And this has actually opened up both JPEG and RAW images. So I'm just going to go with the RAW at the moment because that gives me the best amount of detail to work with these photos. So what Helicon Focus does is I clicked on this bit here, open images as new stack, and then I went and opened these accordingly. It's now opened all of these source images down the side, and it's now loading the basically the thumbnails for each of those. Over here on the side, you'll see method A, method B, and method C. These are different algorithms for doing focus stacking. I'm just going to leave it on default for now, just to show you. But a lot of people ask why bother focus stacking, and this photo is a good example of why. When you do high magnification photography, anything that has a higher magnification inevitably has a shallower depth of field. So when you look at this point here is in focus in one image, but the bit that we want down here is not. I haven't taken photos of the entire piece of RAM just because I just wanted to show a small piece. But to do the entire piece, I may need between 30 to 50 photos because the depth of field is tiny. It's only about there to there. When I look at another photo, you'll see that this is focused at a different point down here, and now that's out of focus. So you can do this manually in terms of capturing the photos. You can use Helicon Remote. There's a whole range of programs that will allow you to do this, but I'm just using Helicon Focus. So you can see that's stacked, but this bit isn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the settings on default just to show you the difference. Radius is set to 1, smoothing is set to 1. You can fine tune these to get a better result, and method A, B, and C, which I'll explain in another video, basically fine tune for different things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on render, and it's now going to go through each individual photo and try and combine them into one individual photo. The more photos you have, the longer it takes, and the poorer your computer is in terms of specifications, the longer it takes as well. So as you can see, it's moving down that list of images, and it's progressively going to build up an image on the right-hand side of the screen. It just needs to get more information from the respective photos to then create a compiled image. The computer that I'm doing this on is not the best, so it does mean that it is very slow. I will try and speed this video up a little bit so that it's at least a little bit better. You will often need to fine tune the images just to get the best result. So don't assume that default settings will always work the best, because often they won't. So what the software is effectively trying to do is that it's trying to grab the points that are in focus from each respective photo and build them into a photo that is overall in focus. It does this using some algorithms, but basically it looks, my understanding is that it looks for contrast, and uses a number of mathematical algorithms to try and build up an image based on the sharpest points from each photo itself. So we're actually getting a lot closer now. I've stopped the video and started it again, and you can see that it's now starting to build up an image with a lot more detail as it basically fills in the blank from the respective photos. So this level of detail you would have never been able to achieve from a non-focus stacked image with a macro lens, because you're so close that the depth of field becomes ridiculously shallow. When you do microscopy especially, and I'll do a video on that later, the depth of field becomes very small based on the magnification. So you may find that with a magnification of 1040 or 100, your depth of field can be in the micron realm, which is obviously very, very small. So as you can see, on this video, it was really just between here and here that we captured about 18 images to get this whole point in focus. And you can see when this point over here was in focus, these weren't. So it took 18 images to stack that together. But it does show that focus stacking is a really good way to be able to achieve that high depth of field when there are technical constraints that limit what you can actually do with a video, with a photo itself. So thanks for watching, guys. As I said, follow me on social media, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks. Bye.